two guys who know nothing about comedy nor game design. I'm Trevor Scott, and with me, as always, is Ben Slinger.
Hello, Trevor.
We're out on Ben's deck.
Yeah. We're
And-
sitting across from each other.
Which is something weird that we haven't done for a while. We spent New Year's together.
Last night. Just to really date exactly, so you know exactly when we're recording this.
And we realised, I've got a portable recording kit. Let's fucking just sit out here and enjoy the nice
completely
summer
chill. Yeah, it's a little bit windy, but we've got the socks on the mic.
We've got the wind socks. We've got noise reduction on, so it should be fine.
Should be good. So what are we going to do tonight, Trevor?
For this first episode of 2 that we're going to record tonight, let's do some ramped up clip pitch.
Oh, ramped up. Okay, 2 words each.
2 words each.
Okay. Well, my first 2 words then are absorb and verdict.
Okay. Mine is alcohol monopoly.
Alcohol monopoly. That's got to exist. Of all the versions of Monopoly, there's got to be one that's just like different brands of booze.
It might be that I saw those 2 words and I'm like, I need to say both of them together.
But okay, absorbing alcohol in some way, like getting...
I mean, if you butt chug it, then you're going to absorb it through.
We could put butt chugging in a game, yes. Butt chugging the video game.
Yep. I mean, when you got a alcohol monopoly, that is... I mean, I'm drinking some, but you're drinking a hard rated, which is owned, I'm pretty sure, by Pepsi.
Oh, isn't everything?
So, I mean, really... I mean, hard rated, from what I understand, is just solo.
Yes. It absolutely
so
is.
it's really a monopoly there.
Right, okay. So it's, the monopoly of the different brands. I mean, I'm still on butt chugging, because I've never done it, but, so you're the expert here. Is there, is there
Look,
some
I've
sort of
butt
skill?
chugged a lot of water.
Yeah.
Through enemas.
Right. Specifically. Not just when you're in the pool and you just kind of suck them up there. Just clench the right way. Well, this is what I'm wondering, is there a clench to be done there of your...
I'm not so trained in the ways of...
too much on this aspect. But I was sort of picturing a quap sort of thing of squeezing, clenching your intestines in different bits to sort of almost
create a reverse vacuum or create a vacuum to sort of
massage the water, the booze into your intestine. Okay, maybe we'll move on from the butt chugging. Verdict, though. So, I mean, it could be around a court case, a monopoly, an alcohol monopoly. Mm-hmm. I mean, it sounds kind of boring to just an antitrust thing, but how maybe we could turn that into maybe someone's got a personal connection to it in some way.
Yeah.
The microbrewery that they built from the ground up, and then maybe they sold it to someone who sort of said, yeah, we're going to keep it independent, we're going to whatever, but it's being bought up. They've gone against their word and they're selling it to some big conglomerate.
Yeah, that's kind of fun. The idea of playing with multiple ways of handling this monopoly. Do you actually take it from a point of view of you're controlling one of the companies, you're just part of the brand advertising or something like that? And maybe one of the things is you advertise for the butt chuggers out there.
It's the new trend. Just like when we were in our 20s, we had planking.
We realised that it doesn't taste good, so you market it to the butt chuggers.
It doesn't taste good, but it absorbs quickly.
It gets you fucked up, really quick.
Yeah. I mean, maybe
when absorbed through the intestines.
Maybe that's the thing. Maybe your microbrewery, they sold it to this conglomerate, and now they're advertising your brand as the butt chugging brand.
Yeah.
and like you're out for revenge.
They changed the name to.
Well, no, I think it's got to be. Well, it's got to be at least like the brand. So it's your legacy. It might not be the same recipe. It's probably just the same shit they put out. Like they had a bad batch of their own stuff. You know, they just buy it up for the brand, for the niche appeal.
For the brand recognition.
Yeah.
But then they realised that, oh no, we fucked up the recipe. So therefore, it's now your brand is now known as the butt chugging.
Yeah. So maybe your character is like trying to get revenge in some way.
Do like that.
Perhaps there's something around. Oh, well, I mean, we like deduction stuff. Maybe there's something around deducing recipes, like what the ingredients are in different things, by, you know, having various analysis tools. Could be interesting. Or maybe you've just got such a refined palate that whenever you like take a drink of something, you're like, oh, I think I taste a hint of blackberry. And you have to build up those little things over time to figure out how they fucked up your recipe so you can fix it or something.
Yeah.
But also butt chugging is the sort of focus there.
3, 2, 1 click.
Yeah, definitely.
Relative instrument.
Joystick foundation. Okay, so relative and joystick made me think of the thing of like your little brother or sister wanting to play, and so you give them the unplugged game controller.
Yeah.
I don't know whether there's some gameplay around that. There could be an interesting thing in an arcadey kind of sense, or like a couch competitive sort of thing, of essentially disconnecting in game someone's controller, and whether or not they realize it immediately, or like that there's some strategy of their inputs aren't, like for a limited time, their inputs don't come in, and they...
I mean, I do like the idea. When we've played a few couch co-ops and you don't remember what colour your character
you start
is,
following one of the other ones.
and you start following one of the other ones, it's like, it's not going where I want it to go. And like, I was playing Fortnite the other night, and I thought I was driving the car because I was previously. I got out and I got back in, and it's like, it's not turning where I want to turn. I'm like, you're not driving.
Someone else is driving. Well, that could be interesting. Like maybe you even cycle.
One of the power ups is that you can fuck with someone else and
like take control
of whoever's in the lead right now. So you know that you've taken the lead, but they don't know that
they don't know
which character they are now controlling.
Yeah,
because the person who did it doesn't have to say shit.
Yeah. So there's sort of this moment of confusion that you've distracted.
It's kind of like the fucked up version of the blue shell. That if you're in the lead, you just you can fuck that person over for a little bit.
So then, what does the rest of this game look like? If that's sort of one of the things, like I had, what were your other words? I had foundation, and you said
instrument.
Okay. So I mean, maybe a digging, maybe like
either a digging game, or I was thinking a racing game because you got like the instrument panel that sort of
okay. Yeah, I went with digging because I'm thinking like jackhammering through the foundation of something or something like that, like racing for mining or digging. But yeah, okay. So maybe like what was that top-down racing game, single screen that we used to play?
Slicks and Slides?
Yeah, maybe Slicks and Slides. Maybe that kind of vibe almost. Sort of fairly simplistic, but yeah, you've got these different abilities or power-ups that you can utilize, one of which is taking over the leader.
That is definitely fun. I'm just trying to think how else we can
change it up.
I do kind of like the idea of there's a power-up that you turn them into like a granny driver, so therefore, you know, they're all of a sudden restricted to like 30 kilometers an hour.
Yep.
Like a Sunday driver.
But if you pass them, you get a penalty.
Yes.
So everyone gets slowed down, but it's about putting yourself into a good position that when the power up wears off, like now you can get out ahead.
And you got to be worried about slipstream, because if the slipstream, you could actually get that speed to catapult yourself ahead. So you got to kind of,
Okay, I like this kind of just the silliness of some of these. I was also thinking the controller one, or like figuring out which one you are. You could have the one of you just take control of the lead character. You could also have the one that just switches everyone's colours.
Yeah.
So you might be able to just focus and make sure, oh no, I know which one I'm following, and my colours changed, and I remember that. But some people are going to get distracted by that and think that they're a different car, or a different vehicle. You could also do some interesting things with controls, and again, I feel like having the balance of, because you could obviously just, they blow up, and you want to give it a bit of a balance, but something like they can go faster, but their turning is fucked. Like they're
heavily reduced, so the turning
either heavily reduced or heavily added to, so they can't make an accurate turn. They just always do a complete U-turn when they try.
I do like the changes to turning circles, so that you never know. Yeah. The only brake that you got is now a handbrake.
Well, and these could stack as well. It'd be interesting if it wasn't just short-term power-ups, but the craziness that could come from stacking these things on top of different players.
Static electricity, where you get drawn to other players. And you get stuck.
And you could have the opposite too. And if someone with static and someone with repulsion or whatever go near each other, then they literally they just get stuck. They get stuck on each other, maybe at a fixed distance until someone comes and smashes them off.
There's so many fun things that you could actually do with this already. We've come up with some power-ups that we've never heard of before. But they feel fun.
I think that could be really cool, actually.
It's kind of like the guys who did party golf and all that sort of stuff. They
party
did party
crashes,
crashes,
and then they did a racing one.
I feel like these could be some really good.
Yeah, but I want to keep it super simple as well. I feel like the one screen thing really would work for this.
I mean, party crashes gave that feel of the micro machine.
It was like the micro machine style, which is very different.
I always enjoy those.
It is good, but I feel like for this sort of game, you almost want the fixed perspective. I guess maybe it doesn't have to be a single screen, but the top-down, probably orthographic camera.
Yeah.
So you're really understanding where your car is in relation to everyone else.
To everyone else,
world. And then you can keep the graphics fairly simple too. I want to build this game. I feel like this would be a really good one to experiment with, and just
it would be, and just
to be able to
play with.
Add,
even just the idea of a magnet that if cars get too close, they stick together, and then it's a nightmare to get them apart, sort of thing.
Yeah.
So it could work in your favor, or if you were in the lead,
you have a black hole power up that if the closer other cars are to you, the slower time goes for everyone. Because it's like the event horizon.
Light can't escape. It's just a big black hole that's going around.
But if you get too close, the time starts slowing down. Everyone's like, get away from them. We're trying to drive. The person with repulsion has to drive in there and blast them away from each other. I kind of like that idea of almost having these almost game-breaking power-ups that can be applied, but that can sort of be countered by other ones. So you almost have to work together to even finish the race.
Yeah.
But you've still got to win it. You're still competing.
But you're also working. It's a co-op.
Co-op competitive.
Co-op competitive.
Couch co-op competitive.
That's something that hasn't been attempted from... I suppose there has been a couple, you're trying to get the most score for yourself and all this sort of stuff.
Yeah, but this feels more...
This definitely feels more chaotic.
You've actually got breaking power ups that you have to work together to counter them.
But I like the idea that every lap that starts, there is a new power-up that just gets activated for the person in the lead.
Oh, yeah, that's interesting. Rather than them being applied by people,
it's
randomized in some way, unless there's been I mean, maybe you still have...
You still have ones that are sort of, off the beaten path sort of thing, like, oh, look, there's a...
You can take a shortcut to get
it's not really a shortcut.
No,
it's
but like an alternate
it's
path.
An alternate path that if you work it out properly and you measure it out, it's like, if you get the perfect line through it, you're basically going to be slightly faster going through there.
Yeah.
But, for the most part, like...
But you can pick up a power-up or something.
On this particular track, it has this type of power-up now, and the next... once you unlock that one, it gets a random one assigned there.
Well, that's it. Having almost roguelike aspects of unlocking
new power-ups.
Power-ups. I wonder... That could be interesting. I wonder if you do that as... a session on a session basis. So you've got four friends, you're all playing, and at the beginning you've only got the base ones, and you could maybe have some different loadouts or something.
Yeah.
But then as you play, you either have to achieve certain things which unlock another power up or new power up. Like, so maybe the first time someone takes that alternate route and picks something up, it's like, okay, that unlocks a new power up in this run.
Yeah. I like the idea that you never know what the power-up's going to be until
they're active.
Like, it's just like a question mark sort of thing. It's like, it could be a help or a hindrance.
That's it. So you can have these ones that are... You can have it across the range then.
You want it so that, like, power-ups are sort of a necessary sort of evil.
Well, again, I do like that idea of the leader of a lap gets a power-up regardless. So, again, you might not want to be in the lead because you might get something that really fucks you up, but you might get something good that just clinches the race for you. So,
but also, I do like the idea of there being some around the track. It's not something that you're going to, like,
it's not like Mario Kart where you've got
30,000 fucking power-ups in every single match.
Yeah.
It's like, no, you're gonna whoever's in the lead at this time is going to get a power-up applied.
Yeah.
And...
It may affect just them. It may affect everyone to a certain degree, but I think it should, like, it's focused on them, but, it may have an impact on everyone else.
And especially the black hole one. Like,
well, that sort of thing, yeah. Yeah.
And it's like, the more people closer to the black hole, the slower time goes for everyone and the slower the race.
Yeah.
Like, everyone is down to a crawl. And if it gets to all four are trapped, all of them are trapped in there, the race ends and no one actually wins. Like...
Yeah, well, it either ends or if you really all like stick at it, you can finish the race by all of you just at a minuscule speed going around the track together.
The problem was that happened the first lap of 10.
I think you'd have to have something in there, a way to remove a power up, but it's not easy necessarily, and like you get like one per match or something, or however you do it.
But my brain just went to the old Red Dwarf episode. A white hole? We're spewing time out.
Everything goes fast. I mean, you could put that in. The closer you are to other cars, the faster time goes.
Or the further away from other cars, the faster
time goes.
Yes,
yes, you have to get up, yeah.
Because it's the opposite. It gets to the point where it's like, it's so fucking fast. Like, it's... Yeah, I like the idea of it spewing so much time out that, like, it's getting, like, the time and the time step is going faster.
Oh yeah, no. This is the thing. I don't think it's only localized in the sense of what controls, like that cars being close to you controls how fast it goes, but it's slowing down or speeding up for everyone, and yeah, including like the clock and the checkpoint or whatever. It's like, what do you mean it took us 15 minutes to finish this race? Oh, yeah, because we had a white hole in there and time just sped up and no one could control themselves. So we spent 10 minutes just driving aimlessly around the track. Just someone
and that was an hour and 15 minutes to finish the match.
I like this idea a lot. It's almost a co-op competitive roguelike racing game.
Yeah.
I feel like we need to build this in a jam.
Probably not the global game jam, but another game jam coming up.
Yeah.
3 to 1 click.
Yeah.
I'm not sure which set of words I need to choose out of the ones down the bottom here.
Well, I have suntan tissue.
Okay. Minimum grandmother.
Okay. My mind immediately went to, particularly with minimum.
It was either minimum or ritual, and I thought minimum
Okay.
actually.
I mean, both of those good, but minimum. It's like applying sunscreen to someone's back, but you've only got a certain amount. Mm-hmm. So you're like having to be selective about how you apply it.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's much game there, but that was where my mind went, and maybe it's to your grandma. But
applying sunscreen to your grandma, and it's like
in tissue, so you can wipe some off of you.
You're trying to do spend the minimum amount of time
because you don't want to
be touching
your grandma. It feels a little bit gross.
Naked back,
yeah.
And like she's literally undone.
Yeah, she's
her
undone her
grandma bra.
bikini, her Grankini.
Oh no! Oh no! I'm so glad I've got bloody aphantasia, so I can't actually get that image in my mind.
Look, I mean, I'm trying to be ageist here. Grandmas are people too.
They've got needs.
There is a trope. There is a trope there of kids probably don't want to be.
The thing is, your own grandma. I'm talking about. Like, so I could imagine.
Is that better or worse with the way we're talking about it?
But that's the thing. It's not necessarily like you as an outside observer playing the game. You don't have that attraction, like that
connection to familial connection. Yeah.
Yeah. But your character is like disgusted by it.
Right.
Because they're grandma.
Yeah, okay. All right. So then is there a goal in... So you just try to do it as fast as possible then.
Yeah.
So it's not about using the minimum amount of sunscreen, it's about using the
I think it's the minimum amount of sunscreen, minimum amount of contact, minimum amount of time.
While not letting her get skin cancer.
While not letting her get skin cancer. Now, you could go absurdist with this, and you're like... You're just grabbing anything you can so that you're not getting skin on skin. So it's like...
Right, that's where tissue comes in.
There's a trowel there. It's like, I'll just lather it on like a plaster.
I mean, you've got to make sure that you get it in all the wrinkles. Like it's like grouting.
And the thing is, she's fine with everywhere else. It's just her back.
Yeah.
She's like,
she can't reach. She's got bad shoulders. Don't make her...
No one can reach the back.
But especially grandma with her bad shoulders.
The thing is, she doesn't want to wear a rashy top.
No, because she's got great tits.
She just had them done.
Yeah. She wants to show off in her Grankini. How much time have we got left? What's going on here?
Still got like 6 minutes left.
All right. 3, 2, 1, click. Neighbour wagon.
Psychology, forestry.
Okay. Psychology, forestry, neighbour wagon.
Yeah.
Those two words are connected in my head, but they don't have to be.
Yeah.
The neighbour wagon's coming. The psychology wagon? Is there a roving psychologist?
Or your neighbour is just a psychologist, and
through. Well, I'm just thinking sort of through a remote forested, area.
There's something about camping in a forest, and your neighbour is just this guy who's turned up with his tent nearby to you. So
someone's just turned up. Okay, so you're camping, middle of nowhere. Someone pitches a tent,
and someone is
right next to you.
Pitched a tent, and also has an erection. Right nearby you.
It's definitely a bit of a horror game. Okay. Because so there may be psychology from that is coming, the psychological horror of who is this person?
In the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
why is there now another tent? And the thing is, you wake up in the middle, like, in the morning, and you see, like, straight across from you, there is a tent that wasn't there the night before. So sometime last night, they have made the conscious decision of putting their tent within visual distance of yours in the middle of nowhere.
I like that. I'm picturing this as a bit of a dialogue-driven, first-person horror, psychological horror.
I just love the idea that the majority of it is you talking to your partner.
Yes, that's what I was thinking.
And it's not talking to them because it's like...
I think a lot of...
you don't go over there because you're...
I think half the game, or like the first half of the game, is you and your partner talking about, like, what is this? Where does it come from? You see a shadow move in there. What are they doing? What the fuck? Like, figuring out what could this be. It's like it's building up that tension. I don't even know if you see who's in there.
I like the idea of you go get some water and you come back and the tent doors are open. Like the tent flaps are open. And it's like, it's empty now.
You go and quickly check on your partner.
And they're fine.
They're still there. They're fine. But they were watching it the whole time. They didn't see anyone leave. Or something like, or
they came back because they had to go to the bathroom. And it was while they were, dropping a deuce.
Yeah. But yeah, I like this.
That's the technical name for it, isn't it? Dropping a deuce.
Dropping the deuce. I like this building up of the tension. I feel like this is a game. So
nighttime is a lot of like forest noises and cracking branches and like, was that a step that you just heard?
Well, the whole thing with shadows on a tent is like, I feel like you can do a lot with that.
Yeah.
Do you go out there because a shadow went over a corner of your tent? It's like, do you stick your head out? You do. Nothing's there. Like,
I mean, you and your partner are just trying to have like a romantic camping trip.
Yeah.
And, they're now totally freaked out and they just...
yeah.
They know that they don't want to leave because they're trying to have a nice time.
Yeah.
And,
Well, I think a lot of the dialogue then comes from this always getting in an argument of, do we leave? Do we not? No, we can't let this ruin it. Like, it's just some person, like they're being an asshole. They're not answering us when we call out to them. Is there a point? How much control do you reckon you have over the character?
I like the idea that you can walk around, but if you go to go close, then
like your partner pulls you back or something, or
either your partner pulls you back, or it's like the closer that you get, the slower.
Yeah.
Until finally, it's like
you just can't move in that direction.
No.
Yeah.
You can get, to...
You can get to fairly close, but not so close that you feel like you should be able to reach it and open it, or... Yeah.
So you can get closer, but it's like you are slowing down, and the closer that you are, the more likely it is to like make a sound, and then, you see a shadow move in the tent and you hide behind a tree. Like, it takes control.
It takes control and it jumps you back, or... Yeah. And you could be maybe... I guess kind of Firewatch-ish, but like the way that you can either say something or not. Like, you'll get dialogue choices, but you can just not say anything as well.
I think this is a perfect opportunity to have, the old Telltale thing of the 4 choices.
That sort of thing, yeah, probably, yeah.
And saying nothing because you got a timer thing that goes.
Yeah, well, because I'm thinking of that, like, as you're moving closer to it, you can have the option of being like, hey, like, is anyone in there? Or like, get the fuck out of here or whatever, or just nothing. And I mean, they may all end up being the exact same outcome, but it's sort of, it's building up the character and building up the tension.
And you get to choose, I think if you have it that, you got the anger, you've got the fear, you've got the...
Oh, like you've got some stats going in there.
Well, I'm thinking...
Oh, the different types of
choices are always like welcoming anger, fear, and, ambivalent or something like that, or sarcastic.
Yeah, that's interesting, actually. I just because I've been playing Disco Elysium, I had the thought of like, oh, do you like do a bit of a skill selection at the beginning that, like, you don't know, at the start you don't know what you're selecting it for as such, but it kind of guides what dialogue options you might have access to based on
I
who your
love the
character
idea
is.
that, you know, you can choose between things of you're a web developer or you've got, you know, these other things that don't feel like has anything to do with this.
No, but they just might insert themselves in the dialogue in certain ways.
And it's like your character is, you know, a really smart individual who loves detective crime novels, but also, you know, works in a retail supermarket or something like that.
Yeah.
And it's like,
So that can come up in, like, oh, if you're trying to, like, deduce something, you get an extra option, or you can you can do a roll based on that, or you just get that extra little bit of dialogue.
yeah,
Yeah, I like that.
really do. That's cool.
And again, it can be a nice. What sort of graphical style are you picturing it as? Because you could do it in a few different ways.
I want it. I like your first person thing. I think it needs to be stylized, kind of like Obra Dinn was stylized.
Okay.
Because there's something about the animal.
Do you do the full 1 bit, like
not 1 bit,
but like
just, you know, I love those
like
those
dithering and stuff,
and that sort of stuff. Like,
I was definitely picturing. I could see it done in a sort of Firewatchy way, in a semi-realistic but stylized way. I could see it done in sort of the PS1, PS2 sort of slow poly, dithered lights, like simple lights sort of way that is quite common at the moment. But yeah, you could go even further potentially.
And just that,
I mean, it's another style that's been...
It's that newspaper dot look even.
Oh, interesting, yeah.
There's something about that I really like.
Yeah.
That you could have, you know, a 16 color palette. So kind of that EGA palette.
Okay, the EGA look could be interesting.
With those newspaper dot sort of things, so that dark and all this sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe it's more than that. Maybe it's a 32 color palette or something like that. Just a very limited color palette.
Yeah.
And thinking more about like how it would look from a newspaper print where
that'd be interesting to play around with. You could definitely write a shader to do that. And just index the colours in different ways.
Or different shapes, like you can do some crosshatch sort of stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
cool.
That's really cool. I like that.
Yeah. And yeah, just the horror aspect. I feel like you could...
And I can almost see it, like, certain parts going to, like, comic book panel sort of thing from a newspaper.
Right. Yeah, well, if you're leaning into that, then that's the sort of thing you can do, for sure.
Like, for certain cutscenes and that sort of stuff. And then, you know, you wake up in the morning and then it zooms out into, like, this is the panel, and then it moves through a couple of different
things. The challenge you'd have there is there's a little bit of dissonance between sort of newspaper comics and, like, the horror side of things. I feel like that's not a genre that... you could make it like maybe a horror graphic
Tales from the Dark
sort
Side,
of
though,
thing,
was a
or
comic
like
book. So...
Right.
And that's where my
so
mind
maybe
is
more of, so maybe not a newspaper comic as such, but like like a horror comic book from the 70s or something.
Even
or whatever,
50s, 60s or whatever.
Okay. Yeah, okay, that makes a bit more sense.
And the thing is, for camping and that sort of stuff, not having technology, by having it set, you know, sort of in the 50s or 60s where, like, they've got a transistor radio and that's pretty much all they've got. Like,
if that, I mean, you maybe don't even need that, but... And then playing around with some non-Euclidean stuff of, you know, you go to get help, so you run off down the path,
and you come
back across your campsite.
Yeah.
It's like, what? I thought you were going to get help. I was. Like, I didn't change direction. Yeah.
There's something
it can be hard. I think that it can be very hard to make that effective for a player because, like, while that's a really cool thing, the player's going to expect it.
Yeah.
They're going to know that that's going to happen. So I wonder I wonder if there's a way to, like, twist that slightly and subvert it a bit.
There is something about...
You could just have it be endless as well.
Yeah.
Like, you head off down that path, and essentially no matter how far you've travelled around that path, if you turn around, the corner back to your campsite is the same distance away.
Yeah. Cool. Well, I think that's
the episode.
That is the episode.
Yeah. Well, thank you for joining us this week on Bitstorm. If you'd like to find all of our previous episodes online, you can go to bitstormcast.com or anywhere else that you find fine podcast episodes. And also check out bitstorm.games for our game that we're developing, the Great Grover Anthology. The demo is out now.
It is.
You hearing this?
It isn't as of the recording, but
No,
we are
it'll be
literally
in
going
an hour.
upstairs to push the button together while holding hands and
While holding hands and jumping into the abyss. Yeah, check it out.
If you like the song that we play at the start and end of each episode, that song is called Mount Defiance, off of the album Containment Failure by the band Kuradust. Find it at kuradust.bandcamp.com.
Yeah. So thank you again for joining us this week on Bitstorm. I'm Ben Slinger.
I'm Trevor Scott, and is that tent always there?
I don't know, I just pitched it. I'm pitching a tent.